Today we will see episode 5 of The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity, and just now Sokka has seen Vaguri's good luck note inside Rintaro's notebook and asks Rintaro about it, but Rintaro does not give any answer to this, and then as soon as Ayato picks up the notebook and sees Vaguri's good luck note, Rintaro snatches the notebook from Ayato, and seeing this, Rintaro's friends get quite shocked, and then Saku asks Rintaro, "Is this the same girl who was outside the library that day and that day? You told us that you were apologizing to her because you scared her. But I was already feeling that since the last few days you have been behaving a bit strange and hiding something from us." But Rintaro does not give any answer to Saku's words. And Sokka says, "Will you still not tell us anything?" And because the situation becomes too intense, the rest of the students are also standing silently in the class. And then Rintaro says to Sokka, "Sorry. I don't want to tell you anything about this." Hearing this answer of Rintaro, Osami and Aya get shocked, but Sokka feels quite hurt by this, and then after reaching home Rintaro blames himself for everything that happened today between him and his friends, but then remembering Vaguri's good luck note, Rintaro says, "At least for this I should thank Vaguri," and then Rintaro messages Vaguri to say thank you and tells her that he has passed in all the subjects. Seeing this, Vaguri feels very happy, and Vaguri messages Rintaro that he should enjoy the sports festival properly. But then Rintaro remembers Subaru's words that by being with Rintaro, Vaguri might get into trouble. Because of this, Rintaro does not reply to Vaguri. But on the other side, Vaguri is just happy that Rintaro has read her message. And then Vaguri thinks, "I don't know which sport Rintaro will play. Football or baseball," and then the next day Osami and Ayato are very worried because Rintaro and Saku are not talking to each other at all and are staying very far away from each other. Because of this, Osami tries to bring both of them together and tells them to practice together after school. But both refuse to practice with Osami. Because of this, Osami becomes quite upset, and then Rintaro and Saku go towards their homes alone. And when Saku is going towards his home, suddenly these two come and catch Saku and say, "Let's talk," while going towards home. Saku says there is nothing to talk about. Ayato says, "Are you sure about this?" Saku in anger starts walking ahead and says, "Right now I am just a little angry." Ayato asks, "Saku, are you angry at Rintaro because he is involved with some Kyokai schoolgirl?" Saku says, "This is not the thing, and what hurt me is that he doesn't trust us, and a person like me could fit into Chidori only because of him, and if there is something then I want to help him." Osami says this is true, that Rintaro is an amazing person, and without thinking he helps people a lot. Though right now he might not know how you are feeling, Saku, and actually we are the people who know how cool Rintaro is. And then Ayato says, "Saku, maybe you did not notice. But in the classroom Rintaro said that he doesn't want to tell us about this, and maybe this is the first time that he shared his genuine feelings with us, and seeing this I felt very good that he did not hide anything from us. However, until he tells us we will not know the whole matter. But I am sure that one day Rintaro will definitely tell us everything." After hearing all this, Saku's anger calms down a lot, and these three go out together. And then now inside the shop Rintaro's mom notices that Rintaro's mood is bad. But on asking, Rintaro does not tell his mom anything. And then mom says, "Are you sad because you failed in the exam?" But Rintaro tells that he has passed in the exam. And hearing this, Rintaro's mom gets quite shocked. And says, "Tell me the truth, you did not cheat in the exam to pass, right?" Rintaro says this is absolutely not the case. And then suddenly Vaguri comes inside the shop, and Rintaro starts hiding from Vaguri under the counter, and Vaguri tells Rintaro's mom that she has got very good marks in her midterm exams. Because of this she is giving herself a treat here. And then when Rintaro's mom is about to tell Vaguri about Rintaro, then Rintaro signals mom to stay quiet. But mom forcefully pulls Rintaro up and tells Vaguri that Rintaro has also passed properly in the midterm exam. But then mom notices that Rintaro is worried about something. Because of this, mom, while going into the kitchen, tells Rintaro to take Vaguri's order. And then Vaguri raises both her hands in the air to give a high five. But Rintaro says, "Why are you doing this?" Vaguri says, "You have passed the exam. Because of this I thought we could high five. And because you have passed the exam, you can also participate in the sports festival." And hearing about the sports festival, Rintaro remembers that he is having some problems with his friends. After this, Rintaro becomes a little quiet, and after giving Vaguri a high five, he gives her order to her, and Vaguri also notices this thing, that Rintaro is a little upset. Because of this, Vaguri says, "Rintaro, if you are feeling bad then you should eat a lot of food, because we all start our day with breakfast, and I eat a lot of breakfast every morning. However, whenever I eat food I eat a lot of food. And while saying all this, Vaguri forgets what she actually wanted to say in the end, and seeing this Rintaro starts laughing loudly, and seeing Rintaro laughing like this, Vaguri feels very good, and then Vaguri leaves for the station, and then Rintaro thinks, I was quite confused in the past few days. But after talking with Vaguri, everything has become clear, because Vaguri is really an amazing person, and when Subaru had told me not to meet Vaguri, then I could see the logic in Subaru's words, but when Subaru requested me to stop meeting Vaguri, I clearly refused to do that, and Vaguri is a very good and hardworking person, because of which she only deserves respect, but I don't know why I am feeling that there is something And then Rintaro reads Vaguri's message and presses the mobile to his chest and sits down on the ground. And now on the other side, Vaguri standing at the station is thinking about Rintaro, and Vaguri has seen Rintaro laughing like this for the first time, and Vaguri found Rintaro looking quite cute while laughing like this. However, Vaguri also noticed that Rintaro is quite worried about something. And then Vaguri starts reading her chat with Rintaro. And then suddenly a message comes to Vaguri, and then after closing the shop, when Rintaro goes home, he sees that Rintaro's mom has made a very nice meal for him, and on asking, Rintaro's mom tells that this is a celebration that Rintaro has passed the exam. However, even after all this, mom still could not fully believe that Rintaro can score 59 marks in the exam. Because of this, Rintaro brings his mark sheet and shows it to mom, and seeing this, mom becomes a little emotional and says, today, I am very happy. Rintaro says, I have passed. But my marks are not that good. Mom says, yes, you are right. But since you were a child till now, you have given up on many things. But this time you did not give up and worked hard and also became successful. Though I don't know why you suddenly studied so much, but behind this there must surely be some good reason, but still you are worried about something even now. Rintaro says, but how did you know this? Mom says, don't worry, I am not going to interrogate, and earlier, when you were worried about Vaguri, you had properly gone and apologized to Vaguri. Rintaro thinks they get to know everything about me. Mom says, though when you punched yourself that time, I was a little worried, but later, I did not have any tension at all about this. Rintaro asks, but why is that? Mom says, because I know that my son is not that kind of person, that when he has to apologize, then he will not apologize. However, sometimes you get too worried and forget what is important for you. But I know that you can decide very well what is right and wrong for you, and anyway, I just want that you live your life properly. Then in the next scene, we see that Vaguri, after reading Subaru's message, has reached to meet Subaru. And Subaru has called Vaguri to that place where they used to play a lot in their childhood. And then Vaguri asks, yes, Subaru, tell me, what did you want to talk about? Subaru says, I want to talk about Rintaro, and here this episode ends.